why I have different opinions about whether stoma reversal would be a good idea for me. Stoma reversal is a procedure that is done where someone with a stoma, that side of the intestine is reconnected to the remaining intestine that's already inside the body, which would allow someone to poo like a normal person. When I had my first stoma, I had a lot less bowel taken out of me. I was still able to eat quite a range of foods. I could eat pretty much what I wanted. The stoma itself, I had a bag that stuck to my stomach, and throughout the day as you eat and things, once it's digested, the bag starts to fill up with output, which you then empty out into the toilet. That happens a few times in the day, so that's quite manageable in the grand scheme of things, like, because I'm still able to do pretty much what I need to do to be able to function. However, when I had my second stoma surgery, because my bowel retwisted and strangled itself, cut off the blood supply, and a lot of the bowel was necrotic, so a lot more had to be taken out. As a result of that, I've now got a high output stoma, a bag that is stuck to my stomach, and that is connected to a hose that leads to a larger bag that I have to carry around with me. Because it's high output, that means I have more than 2 litres of output coming out a day. So I can't just have a bag that's stuck to my stomach, because I would be at the toilet all day, because it just pumps and pumps and pumps. And it happens quite quickly as well. So once I finish eating something, it's already started to come out of me. Gross, I know, but we're having a real talk. And because it's pumping a lot, I am quite restricted to what I can do during the day. It determines whether I can go out, what I can do. And because my bowel's a lot shorter, we don't know how much I can absorb because it's so much. And so I have a PN, which is an artificial feed that is like fluids, and it goes through a tube into me, and that feeds me so it bypasses the stomach, so that helps me to absorb any nutrients. I still do eat because I want to try and get off of it if possible. Unfortunately, we're just not sure, basically. A lot of foods have now been restricted in my diet. I can't eat a lot of foods because my body just can't break them down. So I have to blend a lot of foods if I want to eat them. And obviously some foods just aren't going to be very blendable, so I've had to cut them out of my diet. With the first stoma, people really was like so adamant that they wanted me to have a reversal. And I'd been in hospital for many years, going in and out for very long admissions at a time. And I wasn't living a life whatsoever being in hospital. So I wanted to kind of take a step back from hospital life and try and just have a little bit of normality in my life. So I didn't want to just go straight forward with a reversal where they weren't sure how my bowel would react, and they thought it might still be sluggish and things and it wouldn't work. But then they wouldn't make another stoma if it didn't work. So I would then just be stuck. And I've read articles where people go to the loo with diarrhea like up to 30 times a day. So I just wanted to kind of like step back and just kind of reevaluate everything and just get a better perspective and just have a little bit of normality, like I say. But that decision was taken away from me when the second stoma was made. And because a lot more bowel was removed, they don't think stoma reversal is an option now, because there's just not enough gut to absorb things, and I would just be constantly at the loo. Someone mentioned actually about having surgery, and this really threw me, because they were like, oh, but if you wanted surgery, and I'm like, what surgery, huh? And they're like, oh, talk to the doctors about it. And I'm like, right, so now I've got to have an appointment to be able to, and they don't know, and other people didn't know it was an option, so I'm not sure where that information came from. But as a whole, people don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But because of this hose situation, carrying a bag around, it pumping all the time, I have to be so aware of this bag. Because it doesn't drain efficiently, I have to manipulate it so it goes down the tube, or I have to flush out this bag if it's too thick. I don't know, it's just a bit of a nightmare really, and that's why I'm so different in opinion, because initially I didn't want a stoma reversal when it was an option, but now that it's not an option, but because I'm so limited in my life because of having this extra hose situation and having just a short bit of gut, that's active in me, I'm stopped from doing so many things. And as an amputee, I feel I'm at a bit of a loss anyway with life. And it didn't have to be that way. And same with the stoma, you don't have to be limited. But with the high output stoma, it's put a hold on everything. I just wanted to have a little bit of a real talk with you and just kind of, not vent, but just like let people know where I'm coming from with my thoughts, because in one aspect you're limited, like foods, I'm so stuck with foods. I have to blend things all the time. I can't sleep properly. I have to have a hospital bed where the back is up, so I'm in an upright position, just to hope that it drains a bit easier. Otherwise it could leak, and when it gathers at the top and doesn't drain. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else is in a similar situation with the stoma reversal, but please drop me a comment. Let me know your story. I really want to know how everybody else is, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Take care.